Hi, my name is Amy. Thank you for being here. I thought I'd like to take a few minutes to just tell you a bit about myself and what I'm up to so that you have an idea of what actually I'm even proposing for you. Um, I'm born and raised in Miami, Florida, and I graduated from the University of Miami with my Bachelor's of Science of Nursing. A few years later, I became a family nurse practitioner, and I really had one of the best jobs in Miami. I created an employee health office for a large company, and I loved my job. They had a huge community presence, and I was on top of the world. I then fell in love and married a foreigner, and we sat down and decided whether we would live in Miami or whether I would move to his country. And part of my decision at the time was based on the fact that I was ready to start a family and that my nurse practitioner job was full-time, and that it would have really bothered me to be in town and not be able to work that job. And actually, I had had two female supervisors during the period of that job that both had two children under the age of 5, and their children ate 3 meals a day in daycare. And these women would wake up at 5 in the morning to spend a few minutes with their baby. They were trying to fit in exercise. They were doing laundry at 10 o'clock at night. And I said, whoa, I don't want to live like that. I want to be able to stay home with my children while they're young. So I moved to Switzerland. And well, there are no nurse practitioners in Switzerland, so I did work a bit in the hospitals, and mostly I did home health for about 20 years on a part-time basis, and it was rather flexible. In the meantime, I've always been interested in alternative health, and I became a nurse reflexologist, which I find is an incredible modality of helping people, which I'll tell you about another time. Also, it kind of fell in my lap, but I opened the first studio for doing 3D ultrasound here in beautiful Switzerland. That's where I live. And it's a wonderful company, and it's a wonderful job, and I'm able to help lots of people to connect with their baby before the birth, and it's a wonderful thing I do. Only thing is, I wasn't quite getting as many clients as I wanted because as nurses, we don't necessarily have marketing skills or business skills, so I took an online course on how to it was actually a soul-aligned business course on how to be aligned with your heart and give to others value and also make more money. So in this course, we were asked to pick amount of money we would like to make each month, which I did pick a pretty good goal, and then we were told to double it. And I said, oh no, that's just not possible. There's just not enough hours in the week for me to make that kind of money when I'm paid per person and they take at least an hour or so of my time. So I got the idea of, yeah, I have to think a bit outside the box. I have to think outside the box on how I could make money and not be tied into the hour per hours served. So I went looking online, and I saw that lots of people were making money online, and it seemed so nice to be able to make money while you're sleeping and all that. And after a while of online, I realized, well, it doesn't quite work like that. Money does not fall from the sky. You do have to do something, and you have to know what you're doing. And fortunately, I found a teacher who is getting more and more known online, and he's a wonderful teacher, and what he did was help me as well as many others to find a great company to work with wonderful products. And what we're doing actually is providing value to people by blogging. And at first I wasn't too keen on the idea of blogging, and then I realized, oh my God, when I work with a client or a patient, it's one-on-one. But when I blog online, I can reach thousands of people all over the world. And I think as a nurse interested in lots of different things and knowing more than most laymen, I have a lot that I can teach, and I can teach this on a big scale. And it's really exciting to me. For example, a few months ago, I was in a continuing education course for reflexology, and I realized in this room of 1920 nurses that we had over 500 years of nursing experience and over 300 years of reflexology experience. And somehow the conversation got on the subject of cholesterol. And besides myself and the professor, no one in this class had any idea of the latest research and what's going on with cholesterol and statins and diets. They just didn't have a clue. And I thought, gee, if all these nurses with all this experience didn't have an idea of what's going on, then the average person has no idea either. And I even find in my research that it's confusing to me, all these different things. And I see that research has been disproving things that people have thought for a long time and coming up with new things. And yet the old way of handling the situation stays the same. So I find it rather interesting that nothing's really changing, but yet the information is different. Cholesterol and fats, it's not as bad as it was, or there's a lot more new information there, and yet now sugar. Sugar is coming to the forefront, and look at the diabetes and obesity that's been exploding. There are so many things that we can do to educate and help prevent suffering. Which brings to me, my mission statement as a nurse in the beginning was to reduce suffering. And I was aligned to that I wanted to help reduce suffering with other people. And after a while, I came up with the idea that I really would prefer to help improve wellness. And by that, I can empower people and educate them and help them to prevent getting sick in the first place. And the idea of doing this with a lot of people from all over the world that I don't have to interact with necessarily on a one-to-one basis is just so exciting. So I'm proposing to you to take your information and knowledge as a health professional and to share it with the world in an empowering way. And the company actually that we work with is all about being empowered and growing as a person and providing value to others. And in addition to being able to do all this wonderful stuff, well, you can become financially independent and make money doing this. Whether you're a nurse that wants to stop for having children for a while, or an older nurse that's kind of tired of the hours and the scheduling and whose back is maybe like mine is kind of messed up. There's a lot of different reasons why maybe you would want to reduce your hours or think about doing something else so that you can choose the kind of life you want and travel and do what you want. So I'm proposing you the opportunity to make a big difference in the world and to make a big difference in your world. What's your reason for wanting to change? Are you tired, frustrated? Do you just want a better life for yourself and your family? More time off, more travel, more fun? There's a million reasons that you might want to have a change. And well, you can change as much as you can put into this as little or as much as you want, and the results will be, of course, according to your efforts. And I'll explain a lot more about this later, but in the meantime, I am feeling so blessed to be at the right place, the right time, doing something I love and I'm passionate about. And well, who better than my fellow nurses and healthcare professionals to come with me and to join a movement to help people all around the world. I think we are so trusted as a group of people and so appreciated, and we do have talents to share with others. So come on now, let's do it! Yeah! Talk to you again soon. Bye!